Right now at 6, it's an alert day. The severe weather we are tracking as it rolls in and the damage left behind from yesterday's storms.
And a first of its kind AI lab being unveiled out of Milwaukee.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. It's an alert day once again. We're tracking another round of potentially severe storms.
Here's a live look from our storm runner. We're chasing the system that could bring back the chance of flooding, high winds, and tornadoes.
Yeah, we've been on south of La Crosse between Stoddard and Genoa for most of the evening. Tornado warnings had been already issued in multiple counties as of this afternoon. Let's bring in our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart, who's tracking this new round of storms as they come in this evening.
Right now we do have one severe thunderstorm warning going on too, and we'll get that into a moment. But yeah, we still got severe weather going on, but a lot of it is starting to kind of pan out to be heavy rain threat right now. Overall, big picture, there's your 3-hour rain amounts. The only warning that we have going on, the yellow box, is tornado watch till about 8 p.m. There's one warning going on, that kind of an outflow. You can see that Boeing segment right there pushing up into eastern Vernon County. So that section is where you can see damaging winds potentially reaching 60 miles per hour. It's moving northeast at 45, so we're probably going to see this kind of bulge a little bit further north. You look at Doppler winds right now, not impressive, but there are at least 50 to 55 right off the surface that is coming that direction, and this is higher terrain too in the ridge lines is where you could probably see some of this. So it's just a tale of Richland County, then Vernon County and La Crosse County. Mainly it is eastern Vernon County. That is till 6:30 p.m. right now. Now rainfall rates with this, if you're seeing the yellow to orange, you're looking at 1.5 to 2. So torrential downpours are likely with this line along with the rain, and we still got rain behind it too. Probably not severe, but that's a bigger thing we'll have to keep an eye on. Future track is trying to catch up with all this activity, but it is outflow, so it's pushing pretty quick now. So a lot of this activity will be east of the area. We'll deal with maybe another line closer to Prairie du Chien in a few hours. Most of that looks to be non-severe, and then it's going to be just some light activity likely after about 8, with maybe not much going on past midnight. So we just got to get through the next couple of hours and we should start seeing some improvements, at least severe weather wise. We won't see much. Now tonight's lows will start feeling a little bit less humid as we go to tomorrow morning, but upper 50s south, they'll hold on to the mid 60s further south. So later on, we do still got some river flooding, but if you're looking for some dry conditions, we do have that in store too, and we'll break all that down a bit later.
Sounds like good news on the way. Thank you, Greg.
Cleanup is underway in parts of the area after last night's storms. Strong winds, rain, and tornadic activity spread through the area. Tornado warnings were issued in multiple counties, and the National Weather Service confirming 2 touchdowns in Hoka and Berry Mills, along with a number of funnel clouds.
Yeah, viewers sent in video of one of those funnels in Berry Mills. Strong winds from that storm damaged trees and some buildings, sending debris into the road. One resident says they could see one of the funnel clouds start to take shape.
It's very interesting to watch the Mother Nature and the forces that can be generated, because the cloud kind of developed. It was just kind of like a regular cloud, and then all of a sudden this kind of ominous looking thing kind of developed, and so it was nice that it went over the top of us.
And in Yucatan, Minnesota, a tornado is presumed to have touched down. Winds pushing debris and fallen trees into the road and damaging one resident's farm.
We got hit by a flood probably over 10 years ago when I was a veggie farmer, and that was nothing compared to what's going on here because we didn't have infrastructure that got damaged. So this is going to take a long time to recover.
And in La Crosse, the heavy rainfall turned some streets into rivers. Multiple vehicles got stranded in the floodwater, and drivers had to abandon their cars as the water kept rising. We asked La Crosse Fire Department's community risk educator why the city has seen so much flooding.
We're seeing inches of rain sometimes per hour, which is a lot for any system to handle. So even though the city itself has quite a lot of mitigation, being with the waterways all around us, with the bluff behind us, that water is going to flow down. We're well suited for the water, but there's just going to be some times where we can't keep up with the speed in which water's coming.
McCormick says if you do see flooding when you're driving, turn around and find another route. And some flooding today in Holmen. A kayaker helping out a man stranded in his car. Holmen police added to the release of the video saying, please avoid driving through high water and to stay dry and stay safe. And a reminder, you can always track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn Weather app. It's available at the App Store or on Google Play.
Happening around the state, the Wisconsin Supreme Court will not take up a challenge to the state's congressional maps. Democrats asked the court to redraw those maps after it ruled the state district maps were gerrymandered. The court did not offer an explanation, and justices did not sign the order. Republicans will keep control of 6 out of 8 congressional seats.
The majority of voters say Governor Tony Evers should not run for a third term. That's according to a survey by Marquette Law School. Findings show 48% of registered voters approve of the job Evers is doing, compared to 46% disapproving. But 55% say they do not want him to run for re-election.
UW Milwaukee unveiled a first-of-its-kind AI lab. Crews are putting the finishing touches on the facility. Students will have access to Microsoft's AI experts, allowing them to work with local and global companies using AI in manufacturing.
Recently graduated high school seniors who said, hey, I'd like to get involved with this AI co-innovation lab. How can I help? Which is, that's a super exciting email to receive from a incoming high school student who has the ambition to reach out and get started.
Microsoft says there are only 5 global AI co-innovation labs. This makes the second in the U.S.
And Green Bay has 2 new kid mayors. In celebration of Annual Kids Day, Mayor Eric naming these twin brothers as co-mayors. They read the proclamation in City Council during the swearing-in ceremony. Their first order of business: go find the rides.
So on Bay Beach, what is the first ride that you're going to ride?
It would probably be the big moving boat.
Kids Day has been a tradition in the city there for more than 2 decades.
Winona high schoolers explored careers in healthcare today. Winona State Scrub Camp hosted potential employees to meet with the students. Nursing, therapeutic recreation, and community health professionals were at today's session. The camp allows the students to learn more about the field before they graduate high school.
It changes the way they think about themselves. I think, opens the door to envisioning a future that maybe they hadn't. And we just call that magic.
Tomorrow is the final day of the camp.
Coming up, questions remain after an assessment of damage to Iranian nuclear sites from U.S. attacks was leaked, and differing opinions on the extent of the actual damage caused.
And students at Stanford creating a new drone with hopes to help 5 firefighters battle the blaze.
This is Arby's $7 Euro meal. Do the Greeks have a god of meats? If they don't, is there a form we need to fill out? A number to call? Arby's, we have the meats.
At US Cellular, we created an event to celebrate our customers, like Luana here, called Us Days.
Yeah, they give us special rewards and exclusive deals in everything. It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together.
Sure does.
Slide, connect. Woo, woo, woo. Hug, shake.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Summertime is here, and the Ford lineup is ready to take the stage. Lights, summer, action. Save big with great offers on your favorite Ford SUVs. Then seize the season. From America's all-time best-selling SUV, Explorer, to the Built Wild family of Broncos. Your local Northland Ford dealers are rolling out the red carpet with exclusive deals across our full lineup of SUVs. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Don't wait. Last chance to get employee pricing plus $3,900 for 72 plus 4,000 mega bonus cash on Bronco. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's here, the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's the perfect time to save with store-wide sale prices, 48-month special financing, and free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Great sale prices, 48-month special financing, and even free gas. The 4th of July sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a Quarter Pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any 2 for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Trump administration officials are briefing lawmakers about the airstrikes that hit Iranian nuclear facilities. But the White House is limiting the intelligence it's sharing after early damage assessments were leaked to the press. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is among the briefers. He forcefully pressed the case at a morning news conference that U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear sites got the job done.
You want to call it defeated, you want to call it obliterated, choose your word. This was an historically successful attack.
The Pentagon is working with the FBI to investigate who leaked that early classified Iran damage assessment. Despite tensions in the Middle East, summer gas prices are at its lowest since 2021. The national average for a gallon was about $3.20 this week. Prices usually go up in the summer, but it's a few cents higher than a month ago and more than 20 cents lower than this time last year. This comes as AAA projects nearly 62 million Americans will travel by car this coming 4th of July holiday.
Students at Stanford University showed off a new drone with a firefighting mission. Hovering over a wildfire, it's designed to perform a 360-degree scan of the terrain. Sensors capture video and environmental readings and send them wirelessly to the firefighting team.
This way, the firefighter can know where exactly the fire is, which direction it is headed at, and also communicate with other firefighters around him.
In addition to firefighting, designers think the drone can help with search and rescue missions in tight spaces where traditional drones might not work.
Well, Congress paid tribute today to Army Rangers who fought in World War II to liberate Europe from the Nazis. Sergeant Joe Drake and Private First Class John Wardell were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, the nation's highest military honor for valor. In a ceremony on Capitol Hill, House Speaker Mike Johnson saluted the pair for their bravery.
This band of brothers is so deserving, and this day, to be frank, is long overdue. They formed the spearhead of American special operations in the Second World War. And today we express our most profound gratitude for their courage and contributions with the highest honor that this body can bestow.
Drake's battalion fought in the Battle of the Bulge, the bloodiest fight of the war for U.S. forces. Wardell's unit scaled 110-foot cliffs to take out German artillery positions after storming the beaches of Normandy. We'll have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we got dry conditions for Friday, but we're going to have a little bit of heat and humidity come back for the weekend. We'll show you how high the temperatures will get and whether the weekend will stay dry. That all coming up on your First One weather update after the break.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality, installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Board Store Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save. Get $4,250 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, $2,250 in trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture pre-4th of July savings event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver in Holloway for free. It's the King Furniture pre-4th of July savings event going on now.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Taste a sweet strawberry, a Jolivet strawberry. Stop by Jolivet Family Farms Market today for some fresh Jolivet's homegrown strawberries. Available 7 days a week in the market. Check for availability. Jolivet's also features a large selection of fresh vegetables and homegrown produce.
There is no sweeter strawberry in the world than a Jolivet strawberry. Only at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Yeah, we still got the flash flood issue going on probably till about midnight, and then they'll kind of reassess what things like going through Friday too. But overall, we still got the river issues going on with the Yellow, Black, and Kickapoo, and even some of the small, like the La Crosse River has actually seen quite a bit of rise too. So all these will have to be monitored too, but that's what's going on for the watch right now. The heaviest rain will be this evening, some light rain maybe till about midnight, and then really not much there afterwards too. So rivers, those will be probably in the minor stage or just barely getting the minor stage this weekend. That could change with all the rainfall we'll have tonight. We'll assess that tomorrow. Otherwise, the Mississippi should continually rise all of next week, but it's going to be a slow rise. Some are already in action. Everyone else will probably get into action. Not expecting minor flooding quite yet on it, but that could all change too. And once again, the small creeks, the La Crosse River, some of the other ones that really are kind of flashy in nature that come up and go down fairly quick, those still need to be monitored probably through tomorrow morning. Otherwise, the only severe thunderstorm warning is a little bit of a bulge. You can see that little bow type shape down towards eastern Vernon County. That's one line. We got a little bit of a push just east of Black River Falls. That's another strong line with some stronger winds. Everything behind it is just range thunderstorms, nothing severe expected with that. As you go further north, Eau Claire is getting on the backside of the rainfall, eventually steady light rain here, and it'll be the same as you go up towards Rusk County. So that should be ending too. So the severe threat probably got about another hour, and I think a lot of it's going to be pretty much gone. Close up, you can see they actually now have indicated a little bit of a bulge, this a spin up on a tornado potential in this in far eastern Vernon County, kind of the same area that we had with that one early in the evening. So we'll have to keep note on that. Heading north to east right now towards that direction, but it's that little bit of an area right there that sometimes spin up on these bow type shaping. So we'll keep track of that too. You can see right there a little bit of a notch here. Here's the gusty winds behind it that are up in the 40s to 50s, but there's a little bit of a spin up there too. There's a tornado warning, and we'll keep track on that. Otherwise, as we go throughout, you can see this push there. All this activity pushes east. As I mentioned, after 8, it should be just general light rain showers, and after about 9:30, 10, it's going to be just light rain or really just cloudy conditions for most of the night for most locations, along with cooler conditions as we go throughout the time frame. So as you wake up, a lot of clouds, a little bit less humidity. You'll feel that northwest wind too. And then tomorrow, clouds in the morning. I think you will see some sunshine, but it'll be late afternoon. I think a lot of cloud cover will stick around most of the day, but you can see towards the noon out west, they're starting to see that break in the cloud cover, which we'll see that by Friday afternoon. Now, temperatures overall, cloud cover will keep upper 60s, low 70s further to the north, while the rest of the area probably in the mid 70s, maybe upper 70s, depending on some sunshine in the afternoon. This is a little bit below average for this time of year. We should be in the mid 80s. Otherwise, for Saturday, we're going to flip the winds around. Humidity is going to start coming back up, so we're looking mid to upper 80s, south to the low to mid 80s. You'll feel the humidity come back up. Should remain dry, some clouds in the morning, probably more sun in the afternoon. And then the cold front does come through on Sunday. We'll get maybe to 90, depending on the timing of the front coming through in cloud cover. The humidity will be up. We'll have to track that line of storms coming through. This won't last too long, and it's not very high confidence we're going to see a lot of rain with that one. But there is a severe risk, depending on how things play out Saturday night and how the storms come through Sunday in the morning or afternoon, depending on that. But the threat right now increases as you go further west. We'll kind of refine this and see what goes on. But if you got plans for Sunday, just take note. You might see some thunderstorms coming through. They could be strong or severe. Just right now, we don't know on the timing of it. Really depends on that. Otherwise, we're going to see the cooler conditions beyond the weekend back into the low to mid 80s with less humidity, fairly comfortable temperatures and humidity, with the next rain chance then coming closer to the 4th of July. So we got to get through tonight right now. Obviously, we got that tornado warning once again near eastern Vernon County, so we'll track that here in a second. But otherwise, get through the weekend. Next week looks really nice.
Looks nice.
All right, something to look forward to. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, Avengers Assemble, the story of a group of basketball players who embody the saying, better late than never. Jacob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Out with the old and in with the deals, only at Wesco Home. It's our inventory clearance event with up to 50% off furniture. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me, this me. this me. I'm kidding. To be my best at all of this, I have to be my best at this. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
These days, there's a lot of talk about business in America. That's something that Honda knows all about, because most of the Honda vehicles sold in America are built in America using domestic and globally made parts. Honda's built over 31 million vehicles in the USA. Enough, if lined up end to end, would go from the Statue of Liberty to the Golden Gate Bridge and back over 13 times. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get the American-built Pilot with 3.99% APR financing. For details, see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer.
It's the summer of savings at Hy-Vee, your backyard barbecue headquarters. Save this Friday through Sunday on 8-ounce pork chops, 3 for just $5. Candy cantaloupe, just $1.99. Van Camp's pork and beans, just 77 cents. John Morrell Franks, just 97 cents. Ballpark buns, just $1.99. Get Lay's chips, Blue Bunny novelties, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Out with the old and in with the deals, only at Wesco Home. It's our inventory clearance event with up to 50% off bedroom sets and mattresses. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
There's a lot happening in your world. Get a first look from Ken and Emily on News 8 Now at 5. Rough weather ahead? Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart tracks the storms, warns you first, and keeps you safe. Every weekday right here at 5 o'clock.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, later this week in Switzerland, a group of area all-stars are participating in one of the largest basketball tournaments in the world. But there's a unique twist to this group. Our own Kate Overton tells us more about the Backcourt Avengers.
For many athletes, the drive for competition ends after their high school or college years. But for the Backcourt Avengers, they're putting their sneakers back on 20 years after their prime to take part in one of the biggest basketball tournaments worldwide.
It made me feel young again. The big thing is I get to play and be competitive and play against other women that love the sport.
11 adults, each over 40, will travel across the world aiming to win a medal at the FIBA World Maxi Basketball Championships, an achievement none of them envisioned just 2 years prior.
After college, I took a short hiatus, 2 decades to be specific. This has been a 2-year project and didn't really think that it was going to happen at the beginning. And now that we have everything ready to go, everyone is super pumped. We're really excited about it.
The team is coached by former Viterbo head coach Bobby Vandenberg, who led the V-Hawks for 25 years. But it's the collective experience that drives the team's success.
They've coached either at the high school level or their kids, and they understand the game maybe a little better after all these years, and that most of them had a 4-year college career too.
For these women, every game is a gift, a chance to play when many their age no longer can, reminding them to cherish every part of the moment.
They really are relishing the experience because they can still do it. It gives them the perspective of, let's really take advantage of this and have fun, but also say, hey, I'm so blessed that I can do this.
They're more than just a basketball team. They're a group that aims to inspire.
Keep playing. If you love the game, if you love the community and the relationships that you build, keep playing. There's a place for you.
And when the shot clock is winding down, don't be afraid to take a risk and let it fly.
It doesn't matter how old you are, you can still be youthful and young, do the things that you want to do, dream big and just kind of follow your dreams. And I think, this has been a dream come true.
For a full list of players on the team, check out news8000.com. The ladies will begin their tournament run this Saturday. That'll do for sports. Greg's back after this.
During the July 4th sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $200 on select Sealy Posturepedic mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
You might say, Rochester, Minnesota. Really? We say yes. Really. Home of Minnesota's highest rated beer. Really. A booming live music scene. Really. One of the country's top rated speakeasies. Really. An oyster bar that farms its own exclusive oysters from the coast of Maine. Really? The perfect blend of big city experiences with small town convenience. This is Rochester, Minnesota. Really.
During the July 4th sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $600 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
All right, we're looking to update you really on the severe weather that we have currently right now with that tornado warning that was just issued too for eastern Vernon County, and now kind of crossing right into getting close. It'll be to this, basically the interstate eventually. As you can look at the screen right now, if we go to full screen, there we go. You can see that turning right there, a little bit of a notch in that line that sometimes forms very, very brief and weak tornadoes. That is given a signature once again that it is something to keep note of. Right there, you kind of see that bulge cone there. If we look at now the actual base of velocity, let's get to rotation here a little bit and show you that is what's going on. But it is out until 6:40. Oh, excuse me, that's for Sauk County, 6:45. Vernon County is for 6:30 for about another 3 minutes before it crosses over. Kind of the same area just south of Hillsboro where that first warning we came in many hours ago that we had too. So if we pull up the rotation on this, we can kind of see and get rid of the lightning right there for you. We got that. There we go. You can see there's just a little bit. It's very broad and it's hard to really recognize, but there are a little bit of indication there of some red and green coming together. These generally last a very short time. They spin up, spin back down, probably in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes, and they're gone. So they sometimes warn on them, but a lot of times when they warn on them, they might be already done. So right now we're kind of looking at that one progressing, and I haven't seen any reports of it right now based on what we're seeing. So that one is continuing, as once again, it'll just be for about 2 or 3 minutes before it crosses over Sauk County, northwest part of that. And then also as you go into Juneau County, kind of Wanawak, just to Elroy, just southeast of Elroy, actually, with what it's going on right now. So that's what we're looking at. We'll kind of stay on air until we see this actually begin to actually push east of the area or weaken a little bit. What it does looks like it has begun to weaken just a tad there. Big picture shows that is the main activity. There's a severe thunderstorm warning that covers that whole line that's pushing east right now. If we kind of just get over that, and we'll kind of stop that. You can see that is what we're looking at right now. That main lines from Sparta all the way down to where the tornado warning is. And Sparta's also received quite a bit of rain too, and maybe some localized flooding up there given the amount of rain with that. And torrential rains coming with this system are not to take a note of. You can probably get 1.5 to 2 inches in a pretty short amount of time as this comes through. So Hillsboro's going to get hit again. Eastern Vernon County had a storm come through that earlier this afternoon. Now this one we're kind of dealing with right now. So that warning continues to go out as we zoom in. Once again, you can see it just starting to bulge out. It doesn't look like it has that little notch as much as it used to, but still there's an appendage there. If we look at, there's your base velocity. Really, the red is going away from the radar, so this is becoming more of a wind-driven outflow one. So wind damage is also the main concern with this. We've had getting up to 55 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts as this pushes east right now. And if we go to the rotation once again, let's get back to that because we won't want to see the rotation if we got any type of that rotation going on, if there's a signature there. There we go. Let's load that up and get you back here. and coming back up in a second as we get more data here. And let's do this. There we go. And lightning there. There it is right there, and let's see this coming through. And it looks like now it has dropped off for the Hillsborough area now. Just a little bit of a corner piece there, basically in northwestern Sauk County, Woodland, Lavelle area, going over to Lake Redstone area too right there. So as of right now, we don't look like we're going to see any other issues with that. That line will continue to press east, but once again, we've had reports out of Sparta too with very heavy rainfall. A lot of high water, ditches full in some of the low-lying areas too. So make note of that too if you're living in any of those type of situations, that you take note of how much rain is, and if you know that's going to be an issue, take the necessary precautions too, because this line is going to produce a lot of rain. We're not done with the rain behind it. We will have more coming behind that as you see towards northeastern Iowa. That all rain will produce more, so we'll have to keep an eye on some low-lying areas, some of those minor creeks and streams to see if they respond to any of this. So we'll continue to update you through the evening if we see any further severe weather going on.